We're back. Jim Norton is hosting tonight because Artie is sick, and Gilbert Gottfried joins us. Thank you, Gilbert.
Oh, thank you. And Artie, you lost so much weight. I can't believe it.
Thank you.
I don't know what diet you're on and how much you're exercising, but boy, oh boy, you lost an entire person.
Do I look better or worse?
Yeah. That's the scary part. Yeah. With all the weight you lost, you look much scarier. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You look
cleaned
more
up.
unhealthy thin.
Yeah.
All right.
Artie lost his voice.
He
Does that
did.
ever happen with you? I mean, you have a unique voice.
Oh, yeah. I usually will wake up like the next morning, and then I'll be like weird.
Because you kind of,
sound-
you kind of put a lot of stress on your voice, like
Oh, yeah.
the way that you talk, right?
Yeah, and it's like sometimes it'll be like, it's like I said, the next morning I'll get a phone call in the morning and it'll be, ha, and then it'll be, oh God,
Yeah.
yeah.
When did you start? When did you start, like, with your voice like that, straining your voice? Was that something you started when you first started performing, or was that always kind of there?
No, it wasn't always. But I remember. I mean, it's one of those things. Like, when people ask me, like, where did that come from, or when did you start doing it? I always thought it was like saying to somebody in any profession, like, hey, you know, the way you carry yourself, the way you sip your coffee and everything. Where did that start?
Yeah.
And that's the way I feel about, like, I've been performing so long. It's no conscious decision. And I just happened along the way
Huh.
through millions of times.
Of performing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you're a very quiet man. Like, sometimes you'll see Gilbert at the Comedy Cellar, and I'm like, who is that quiet little man over there?
See, and this tells you something about Jim. He quite often seeks out men.
Yeah.
Quiet ones.
Whereas
Ones that'll keep their
everyone
mouth
else is
shut.
looking at girls, Jim is there going, ooh, who's that quiet little man sitting in the corner?
Who's that little nebbishy fellow I can sodomize?
Wow.
He looks like someone who likes to be punished.
Yes. I know how to make him. I know how to pipe up his attitude a little bit. A little bare bottom spanking.
We're learning new things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you a sexually deviant guy? Or like, I'm a deviant. Like, and I know I'm a deviant. Are you? Or are you
Really?
more?
You?
I know.
How
I've kept it under
so?
my hat for 20
Yes.
years.
How so? I mean, you bring animals in. I mean, what is your
No,
thing?
but if I don't bring animals in, but if they show up,
But
who
you're
wants to be
cool.
rude?
You're cool with animals?
No, but I mean, I'm just, I got a varied taste. You know?
Okay, so what kind of stuff, keeping it radio friendly
Sure,
or
sure.
TV or whatever the hell we're doing now, do you do?
Just stuff that costs money. I like stuff that costs money. I like to
Oh,
spend
really?
money. I love to hand over cash.
So you have to buy permission
Yeah.
to do a lot
Naughty
of
things. I buy their my ability to disconnect from them. Like, it's a nice thing to do. Like, when you pay somebody, they can't expect anything emotional from you. They just kind of tolerate it. Like, I like to tweet my nipples. Whatever. That's just what I like. They have to look at that.
So are most of your sexual experiences paid for?
Yeah, it's a good. By most of, are you saying over 50%?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I really do.
Yeah, someone I
Well,
forget.
being on the road and stuff. I mean, it sounds like this is something somewhat commonplace.
Oh
right?
yeah, but I do it at home too. I mean,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Now, so I forget who said it, but someone once said about hookers, you don't pay them to come over, you pay them to leave.
Charlie Sheen said that.
Yeah.
That's Charlie Sheen. I pay them to come over.
Yeah.
I pay them to come over and to show up and to be reliable and to not. But Charlie Sheen, a guy like that, they'll come over anyway. But
Yeah.
he just wants them out of there. But I need them to still show up, and then they're usually not too eager to.
And what kind of weird things are you into?
Well, I mean, I've experimented with a little S&M, nothing too crazy. I had a girl recently wants me to put on panties, and that's not necessarily my thing, but she seems to enjoy it. So I'm like, why not?
Wow.
That's my attitude at 45. Would you put on a woman's underwear? Nah, all right. What the heck?
Yeah.
But how about you? I want to know about you, because I know I'm a creep.
Yeah, I never really got it. I never understood the S&M thing. Never got into it.
No?
Yeah.
How old were you your first time that you had sex?
Oh God, I wasn't one of those really early ones by any stretch.
Me neither.
I forget how old I was. It was, but yeah.
You over 21?
I don't think I was over 21. No, but I was no kid.
Right.
Yeah.
I was 18.
Yeah. I was 47.
Oh, that's great. I was awful. I was scared. I was drunk. I had a hat on because I didn't like my hair. I was wearing a fur hat the first time I had sex with a girl.
Really?
Yeah, fur Kango.
You knew the girl.
Yeah, she was my girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, in high school.
Now,
You still wore a hat.
Yeah,
Man,
insecurity.
shameful.
Yeah, but now I feel so much better about me.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think, like, when does it change over? Like, when do you go? I mean, with myself, I feel like when is that change going to happen where I go from being that insecure schmuck to someone who's really cool?
Yeah. You mean sexually?
Oh, yeah.
It hasn't happened yet?
No.
No.
Oh,
Well, we're never
Man.
cool in our own eyes. You're cool in the eyes of the audience. Like, people see Gilbert, nobody thinks this guy's not cool. You think, here's this funny, crazy, brilliant guy. Like, nobody thinks that you're not cool. That's
Yeah.
all our own
Maybe other people.
thinking.
Yeah, I think maybe the people in the audience would be surprised to know that you were, shamed by yourself sexually, and you can rise above it because of it. Mike is a perfect example.
Yes.
Oh,
Mike
thank you, John.
owns his sexuality and has more confidence than he should. Much
No, I don't
more
feel, but I'm very.
confidence
It's
than he
like
should.
I don't think guys are like women leagues and stuff. There's no such thing as a league to me. Never.
Yeah, and that's why.
There's no such thing as the league.
That's
Yeah,
that's why he
you guys
gets
say
so
the
much
women are out of the
action.
league.
Yeah.
No, but I've come very close this year, John. It's
And
going
he's come
better.
close.
Oh, there's no league. All right, there's just one giant pen of victims. All right.
Mike, when you say you've come close, how close have you come? Did we see how close you
Oh
came
yeah, I
with
was
Bethany?
a little aggressive,
He had his arm around a girl.
Well, there's nothing
That
wrong
was the
with
close.
I mean,
That was
Wow.
the close brush with sex that you had this
well,
year.
I don't know if that's not even like getting into the game really. It's like not even.
Well, was that what you were referring to though? Is
Well-
that the close?
Yeah, but first base is a lot different than it was years ago. I think things change over time. I mean,
Yeah.
Now,
I guess.
you have fantasies, though, sure. And what goes on in your fantasies?
I usually have a woman I like tough chicks, Gilbert, like a Marine drill instructor type to scream at me for a while and then have her.
Do they hit you?
No, just yelling a lot.
They just, what do they say?
Come on, you fat pig, things like that.
Oh, cool.
You like that?
Wow, it's great.
You like that? Have you paid for this to be done to you?
I'm trying to find the right woman to do it.
Have you paid a woman to do this to you? Yell at you?
I haven't found it to be capable.
I think you'd have to pay a woman to stop.
So was the problem? No, here's Mike's
Yes.
recent flame on the monitor
She's a
over
nice
here.
girl. I
Yeah,
met her
she's hot,
outside.
man.
She's hot.
He picked her up on the street, and 10 minutes later, this is him all over her.
Well, I should have been more of a
She
jack.
was looking like she was scared absolutely
She has
to
the
death,
she has the look that every
begging for
girl.
a way out.
You ever see a hostage video when I went out? And the American imperialist government is bothering the peaceful people of Iraq.
Now just imagine that hand you see on her shoulder rubbing and caressing the shoulder of poor Bethany.
So you like women insulting you and putting you down and stuff?
Gilbert, just like tough girls that can, beat a burglar up while I'm sleeping or something.
I mean, would you be into a girl like forcing you to crawl around on all fours on a leash?
That sounds like a possibility.
So you're looking for a dominatrix.
no.
What
no,
is that
no.
called when you're the dominatrix?
You're a sub.
Is...
You're a sub. You're her submissive, her
Oh,
slave.
there you go.
Oh, no,
You know,
no.
we're-
You're a
girl-
sub.
Yeah.
No,
You're
no,
a sub, Mike.
No, I just like being a little yelled at. I don't want to get branded with a Brandon eye or hit with anything.
Okay, you don't
know
want
what
to
I
do
mean?
that, but that's a
No.
submissive. You can't claim to be a dominant when you're like, all I
No,
need is
you're
a girl
not.
to call me a fat pig and tie a leash
Exactly.
around me. That's a submissive.
You know who else can do that, Mike? Dudes.
Absolutely.
No, I'm not playing
They
for that.
can hit you. They can call you a fat pig.
Oh,
they
no,
can
no.
rough you
I'm
up
not-
a little.
I'm not
They
going-
can beat up the burglars if they
Yes.
break in.
I'm not going for that. I don't play for that team. I'm on the the opposite post.
just for fun. How about Gilbert?
If women,
Dude.
if you dream about women beating you and spitting on you, you're
Yeah,
not
would you like
exactly-
that?
Yeah, you're not Charles Bronson.
Loser Rooney.
Would you like it if a woman spat on you, Mike?
No. Just no.
Like when you watch the
punch
beginning
you.
of Death Wish, do you think, that lucky girl?
Well, I would like a woman to have sex with me during Full Metal Jacket. Watch that movie a while.
Really?
Yeah.
And I'm sure she'd like it to end the way the first half did.
Would you like her to lock you away in a cell, and you'd have to beg her or whatever to let you out or to let you eat?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
You're a submissive.
Yeah. So, Mike, when you say you like this is what you require to really enjoy yourself?
Pretty much.
Because don't you think just if a girl actually was willing, that would be good enough? Like, don't you feel like that would be amazing?
I mean, straight sex is great, sure.
Okay. You have any advice for Mike Gilbert? I mean, like in his pursuit of manly women who can rough him up.
I got to
and-
man up a little bit, John. That's what it is.
No, you don't. Just
Well,
be-
I mean, we're asking Gilbert. Gilbert probably has some good advice. I mean, you've seen submissives before in your travels,
What,
right?
you know, with like men with glasses who are submissive to me.
I don't know. You seem like you have a keen eye for this sort of thing, right?
When
You're
I talk to
shrewd.
him, I feel like it's a scene from Of Mice and Men.
I'm changing my name to Lenny.
We're gonna have a farm with rabbits on it.
She calls you a fat pig because you asked her for the last bit of ketchup for the hot dog. And she shoots you by a lake.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. No, he wants to just pet her in the barn and accidentally kill her.
Wow.
Oh, Mike, you're the greatest.
Thank you, Jim.
I like soft things.
Well, we have an issue here. We love Mike. We love soft things and we love
Yes.
Mike. And Mike seems to be burning the candle at both ends. He does our show nights, and he's been doing Opie and Anthony in the mornings that Jim is a part
Yeah,
of.
I love it. I have
And
fun.
Mike has been kind of favoring the Opie and Anthony
No,
show.
I
Like
don't
he
want-
went to their Christmas party
No,
and
there
called
wasn't a
us and
Christmas
said he
party. It
couldn't
was
come.
There was
He,
a super
when
show
he
they
goes
called.
to their show
And I
and
mean-
in the morning and he's too tired, he won't come into our show.
There's,
No,
there is no bigger insult than him calling you up and saying, "Nah, I'm sorry, I can't make it. I'm kind of busy."
Exactly.
Yeah,
and it's
that's
all
like-
and we do a little research, we dig a little deeper and we find out.
No, I'm a loyal guy. I'm loyal to Paycheck. I love Artie. You know what I mean? And I love those guys, Opie and Anthony, too. I just don't want to, have a...
I got
So-
a very nice
Well,
message from
we're
Mike.
worried
the
that
other
you
day.
love Opie and Anthony more.
No,
That's the thing.
I know Artie a long time, 11 years.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we can talk about
Yeah, but
this in a
I
little
know,
bit.
I know Jim 20 years. We got back a long
And
time.
when
go.
do you sleep?
I sleep a lot, Gilbert. I really do. I'm an
Usually.
oversleeper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, during these shows, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
we have to take a break. We will be back with more of this with Gilbert Gottfried after this.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.